website's heading is an image, and it doesn't have any text. Now, when you're setting up a website, you usually will, maybe after your logo, when you start in the type, you're going to see, you might want to put some kind of a little headline, something to grab people's attention. And if you make that, if you're a web designer and you made it a picture, the search engines aren't going to see it unless you do something called what's called an alt tag. And that is where you can include a keyword that would describe what that picture is about. But your better bet than even doing that is to just use text. And you can, again, web designers know this. They'll know there's things called like an H1 or an H2 tag, and that will make it like a nice bold headline that's going to stand out. And that's what Google looks for. They look for to see if you've got keywords in those H1 and H2 tags, and then that's going to help, again, with your ranking and get you to show up. Another mistake, okay, your web design firm, your SEO firm did SEO, you're #1 on Google, and you're done. You don't have to do anything else, right? No, unfortunately not. SEO is an ongoing process, and even though you're #1 today, it does not guarantee that you're going to be #1 tomorrow, because there are always new competitors coming online, and so you've got to be constantly aware of it. And one of the ways that you can help keep, once you do have a #1 rating, to keep yourself up there, is to add content. You need to be continually freshening up the content on your website, adding new content. And one of the best ways a lot of people are doing nowadays is starting blogs and incorporating their blog into their website. Because if you're going to be updating your blog like at least once a week, maybe, that's going to be a way to add new content. And the more frequently that you can add things to your website, the more often that Google is going to see that you're making changes, and they're going to reward you for that. Another common mistake, you did SEO after your website was built. And this happens a lot, but I mean, you have to think about it in terms of, if you're going to go on a trip, are you going to pack after you leave? Or if you've got a friend's house that you're going to go to, they've got a new house, you're going to start driving before you get the directions? No. So you want to make sure, especially if you haven't gotten a website done and you're just in the planning stages of it, you need to incorporate SEO right from the beginning, because that way you're doing your keyword research, you've got everything started, and you can hit the ground running. So you've got everything going from the right ahead. The last mistake is your website was built entirely in Flash. And I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Flash. I mean, web designers love it because it makes your website look great. It's that you can do animations and you can do pictures, and unfortunately the problem with Flash is that the search engines can't see it. They're starting to a little bit, but it's really almost impossible for the search engines. So basically Flash treats your website as one giant picture, and so that's why they can't read it. So if your website, if you have a little bit of Flash, maybe on one page, fine, but if it's built entirely in Flash, you need to seriously consider having a website redesign, because it's just you're just hurting yourself, and you're not doing yourself any favors.
I actually just read an article about that in Entrepreneur Magazine, and it talks all about not to use Flash.
I know.
It's slower to load.
It's just
lots of pretty pictures, but not a lot of content.
Yeah, and if you're in business online, it's one thing if you're just got a website to show, photographs, but if you want to make business, want to do business online, you want people to be able to come to your website, be able to, click on it and have it load up in like a couple seconds, because people have short attention spans. So you've got to, that kind of again goes into why you've got to write stuff, succinctly on the website, and have people say, they can see right away on the website what you're going to do for them. Because if they can't tell, they've got to really scroll down and figure it out, they're going to leave, and you've lost business, you've lost money.